Hey there, maniacs and viewers. You watching the Main Man channel. It's not just a name, it's a way of life. You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome each and every day just to make it in this cruel old world. I appreciate y'all watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe. And give me a comment, whether it's positive or negative. Comments is what it's all about. Likes is what it's all about. As far as getting the video out there and getting the word out to people. Y'all know I'm doing this series on Buford and Pauline Pusser because the Pauline Pusser cold murder case is being reviewed right now by the DA's office. And I'm doing my own little parallel investigation. I'm using information from other content creators and stuff that they put out. And I'm doing my own digging as well. I've even did some interviews with people who are connected to the legend or are connected to the family or are members of the family and different things. So I'm posing a very serious question today. We know that the movie Walking Tall was a fictionalized account of some events of the life of Sheriff Buford Pusser of McNairy County, Tennessee. Now, that being said, we know it's very, very loosely based on his life. But you can see parallels to some of the characters in the films and their real life counterparts. What has always been an enigma until now, in my mind, is who did John Witter compare to? John Witter didn't really compare to anyone in the actual Pusser legend. Some say, well, he's kind of a towhead white character. Well, that's not exactly true either. Well, he's kind of a this character or that character. And a lot of people, I mean, the only real connection you can really make is that he was connected to Towhead White, it seemed like, maybe. But maybe he was a political character or, you know, the boss behind the scenes of the big Southern mob, the big Dixie Mafia, the big State Line gang. Well, I have to tell you, I figured out who John Witter's character is based off of. But before we get into that, and I can't say for sure that the writers of the movie meant for this to happen and meant for people to make this parallel or not. But I've seen the parallel. And I'll show you the parallel and I will prove the parallel. Okay, now, that being said, I'm going to play a clip of the Walking Tall movie first, where the John Witter big shot character meets Sheriff Buford Pusser, played by Joe Don Baker, shortly after he becomes sheriff. The character of John Witter is played by the great character actor Logan Ramsey. So, that being said, let me play that clip, and then we're going to start breaking down that clip, and we're going to start talking about the parallel. And I will tell you who the John Witter character is based off of, whether they meant it or not. And it's going to knock y'all socks off. It's going to make y'all jump out of y'all's seat. So here we go.
Viewers, there's a man, Mr. Witter from Nashville was here looking for you. He's up there now talking to Judge Clark. Mr. Witter! Sheriff, this is John Witter.
Very pleased to make your acquaintance, Sheriff. Judge Clark been telling me all about you.
Well, it shouldn't have taken him long.
I wonder if I can talk to you in private. I think it'd be better in your office.
Oh, well, this is it.
Pusser, you're a local sheriff. And brand new in at that. Now, maybe nobody told you, but this is a lot more than just a local operation. I mean, there are some important people involved all the way up to the Capitol and beyond, believe me.
Well, the only important people to me are down there. They built the county. They have to live in it.
You know, one of the first things you got to learn to do in this life is take care of number one. If you don't, nobody else will. You don't have to commit any sins. All you got to do is let those who want to pay for the fun do it.
I got nothing against a little drink, a little fun. But the law of the land shouldn't be for sale. If you let those people that run those joints have an inch, they'll steal the whole state. It looks like they've already got a leg up on it.
Well, I suggest you think it over for a day or two. Why don't you come on up to Nashville and you meet some of the fellas? You like them. You'll find them very generous.
Well, I already thought it over long before I went after this job, Mr. Witter.
So I heard. You know, ideals and realities are very far apart. One day you're going to see that, son. And if you don't, someone's going to point it out to you. Clearly.
You already have. Thank you.
Okay, folks. This right here is a screenshot I took of the John Witter character from the scene. I know it's kind of blurry, but for all intents and purposes, it's going to serve well from what I'm trying to show you. I want you to notice the, I guess, blue-gray or gray pants, the white shoes, and the blue sport blazer in this suit. This is probably a very spiffy and expensive suit for the late 1960s and early 1970s. And I want you to look at that suit. Now, I'm going to show you another picture of another man, a real life man, in a similar suit. Isn't it ironic that John Witter, the John Witter character, dresses in the same style of suits that Sheriff Buford Pusser wears? Buford liked to wear a lot of blue and gray suits. I'll show you further proof of that. Now, yes, I realize that this picture is in black and white. I absolutely realize that, but that's still a blue or gray suit style. It's still the same style suit that we're talking about here. Same thing here. You've got a picture of the cover of Buford Pusser, The Blood and Thunder Years. And if you look there, blue-gray style suit. Same similar suits. Buford wore $300 suits. That's a lot of money compared to today. That'd be like about 5 times that today. Again, later on in life, even though it's black and white, you can tell that it's still the similar style suit. Buford liked the blue and gray suits. I know this is getting redundant, but I'm going to make a point here. Okay, now, again, black and white photo. However, You'll actually see this suit in color in a minute when I show a little bit of recorded footage. But this is the blue pinstripe blazer, the blue and gray pinstripe blazer that he's got on, or sport coat. And so what I'm getting at, folks, is whether the writers did it advertently or inadvertently because they knew this was a fictitious story, it got done that way. The character of John Witter had a lot of the mannerisms, movements, style as Buford Pusser. The character of John Witter was like the ringleader of the moonshine trade in the state line. Everybody had to pay up to him to operate. He was like the mob boss. Well, in real life in McNairy County, everybody had to pay up to Buford to operate, or he shut them down. Buford was like the real life boss, the real life mob boss of McNairy County. Buford had powerful political friends in the state representative of Ray Blanton and his crime family. And notice the hand mannerisms that Witter portrays, and then the ones I'll show you that Buford portrays. Is that Masonic or Illuminati hand signals? Was Buford a member of the Masonic order? You know, the Masonic order is basically modern day Illuminati. Just about all the secret sororities and secret societies are modern day Illuminati. So you got to ask yourself, was Buford a Mason or something like that? A Shriner or something like that? Was he connected with secret societies? If he was, that could give him a lot of political influence and political clout too. That's maybe why the TBI and the FBI and the Tennessee State Police and everybody else didn't investigate Buford as hard as they could have. Maybe that's why Trooper Paul Irvin was told to edit his report 3 times, and on the 3rd time when he turned it in, he just left Buford's blood alcohol level off, and they accepted it. So Paul Irvin was a straight arrow, but he had to do what his bosses told him to. Now later on, Paul Irvin became a McNairy County sheriff, and he said that. He said, the 3rd time I turned the report in, and I left the blood alcohol level off of it this time, they accepted it. So now I'm going to place a little bit of a clip of the video you just watched, and I want you to notice some of John Witter's mannerisms. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of a clip of Buford and some of his mannerisms. People say that Buford shook hands like John Witter did in that scene. You'll notice Buford in the clip that I show you of Buford, how he pets his dog, how he moves around, how he points things out. You'll see a very lot of similar mannerisms. You'll see the good posture that John Witter had. You'll see the good posture that Buford had. So I know John Witter was a composite character of multiple characters, but one of the main ones, in my opinion, was Buford Pusser. So who was the real life John Witter? Buford Pusser. Crooked Sheriff. Mafia boss of McNairy County. Now, notice the handshake, the mannerisms. Notice the backwards at ease crossing of the hands and the walk. Again, the blue and gray suit, red tie, white shirt, expensive suit for those days. A big shot suit. Okay, folks. Now, I want you to notice the mannerisms of Buford, how he walks, how he moves. Hands in his pockets, good posture. Notice how he pets the dog. It's very similar to the handshake. Again, later on in life, wearing similar suits. There's a picture of him shooting. Look how he had his hands in his pockets. Kind of casually, but with good posture. Watch how he moves. How he's dressed. Blue and gray suits, folks. Blue and gray. And sometimes even red ties in some of the pictures. Picture after the ambush. Notice how he's pointing things out and moving. Okay, folks, so final thoughts. The John Witter character in the Walking Tall films, he was in all three of them. 1, Part 2, and the final chapter. The John Witter character was a composite character. Had a little bit of Ray Blanton, possibly. Had a little bit of some crime bosses. But it maybe a little bit of Towhead White even. But it definitely had a whole lot of Buford Pusser. So, my theory is, like I say, whether they did it advertently or inadvertently, the only character that John Witter resembles the most and refers to the most that lived in real life was the McNairy County Sheriff, the McNairy County Mob Boss, the McNairy County Enforcer for the Blanton political and crime family, Buford Hayes Pusser. That's where I'm going to leave it. And like I say, this is more of a theory video, but my intuition tells me there's something to it. It's right. The symbolism's there. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching the Main Man channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. There's going to be more Buford content to come. Hopefully, I'm going to get out to the range this week and do some shooting. So hopefully, we'll have some range videos as well. But definitely be more Buford content to come. And hopefully, that DA will give us some news soon on the Pauline Pusser case so we can know once and for all if Buford had anything to do with her death or not. I think everybody wants to know that, even me. All right. I love y'all. Y'all the best people in the world. God bless you. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you next time.